I think it's right up there with the worst call I've ever seen in my life. I mean, it was like a half poke. I don't know how you blow the whistle and even call it penalty any time in the game, but at that time too, it is. I. It was like they're just trying to like it was like ruining like a great hockey game, and it was going to be a great overtime. Still was entertaining, obviously, but like I felt so bad for those. That sucks too. Like that's the thing. It's like these kids are just like what the fuck, and the kid they called it out. Like I can't even imagine how he feels. I mean, it was brutal. I just don't understand. Like the IIHF rules, I've never been. I've never understood it because it's almost like they just are looking for a reason to give the dumbest fucking penalties out. And again, like what's his face? Canada was a geeky got like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
For blowing a kid up like with a great hit, like didn't even touch his head, just like hammered him and me like just seconds into that game. And there's just been a couple, like again, like you said, for the most part, it's been fine. But like the problem is when they've decided to like insert themselves in the game, they do it in a massive way that is legitimately game altering, and they're like just a bunch of nothing burgers. Like I just don't get it. Like there's at least one or two of those every tournament where you're like, are you fucking serious? So like again, these rules, I just have never been able to get on board with their rules, but it is what it is. Sucks for Switzerland and good for Sweden for, they go up 2-0, they blow the lead. You never know. Usually in those situations, I kind of feel like if you do blow that lead, the team is just like going and then eventually they give up another, but and they bounced back and they responded. Yeah, they did. They came close a couple of times there too.
Couple late power plays for Latvia, and they actually got some shots on net.
Yeah, another kid did.
Latvia.
Another kid for people to kind of keep an eye out for as we get closer to the 24 or the NHL draft 2024. I forget how to say his first name. Like I can't remember. It's like Yamiro or whatever, but his last name is Rayberry. He plays junior in Sweden. He's another real talented kid. I think he'd be a real nice mid-round pick for somebody. He looked good in this tournament, produced a couple points, had the assist on the game or the game tying goal against Sweden. But yeah, they are always just a pain in the ass to play against, and like I know for a fact, like they usually are able to keep themselves in game, like just kind of stick around and usually poach goals. So it was looking like they had a chance to do that, but obviously Sweden gets the job done in OT there. But this Swedish team, this is what Hobby and I were saying before the tournament started, like unbelievably well balanced the way they built this roster. Like every line is perfect.
Yeah,
their defense is unbelievable. Haviland's producing for them in net too. But like, let me just rifle through like their leading in stats. Lehtomäki, Vancouver.
Let's go.
7 points. Otto Stenberg, 7 points. Noah Ostlund, 7 points. Theo Lindstein, who has been for me the biggest surprise for Team Sweden this tournament. Like I was shocked he went in the first round last year to St. Louis. Great player. He's going to be like a decent number 4, like probably for 15 years in the NHL. You may never hear his name, but he's going to do his very reliable, incredible skater, great passer, but like just doesn't really have like for me again in terms of like a first round pick and last year's draft with how many forwards were there available for them to go. They had like 3 first round picks or whatever. I was shocked he went the first round. He's got 6 points. He's a fucking +8 again. And he's just been a stud for them. Him and Willander look fantastic. Felix Ungerstorm, everyone that listens to this knows, best player of all time, the greatest hockey player of all time. My guy, my absolute son in last year's draft. He's got 6 points. He's been unbelievable, like legitimately. Matthias Haviland back at 5 points. So like everyone is just producing. There's not one guy that they're leaning on more so than the other. Obviously, Lehtomäki and Ostlund have just been doing the damn thing. And like,
you can't give Lehtomäki any space, dude. Like it's right off the stick there. Yep. And
but they're getting scoring from everybody. Like they don't have to lean on one guy individually. Even like, Liam Ogren, his points aren't jumping off the page, obviously, but like he makes a ton of plays for them. He doesn't have to.
He's been awesome for them. He's been awesome.
again, he's just kind of been like the perfect captain for them, where he's just like doing legitimately everything. And it like the one thing I gotta pull up his numbers again, but like one of the oh god damn it, I just had it up. Oh yeah. He's been like an absolute animal on the forecheck. Like everything. Like he's winning every fucking puck battle. He's defending well, obviously too. But again, like nothing. Like I think he's got 2 or 3 assists or 3 points maybe. But he's made big plays for them. He almost scored against, I think it was Finland in OT. He had that like half break, but he's been great. But they're just getting production and getting solid plays from everywhere in that lineup, which is pretty much what anyone that was talking about before the tournament was saying. Is like they are such a well-balanced team. They've got like every area of the game. They've got someone that does it better than everybody else. So no surprise that they're here. Again, I picked them to win the tournament. We'll see what happens.
So Yuri Kulich is a motherfucker, dude.
That's the thing too. They've got Kulich going, Edward Shala's going. Like they've got some studs. It sucks, dude. I still cannot fucking believe that Adam Yurasek got hurt and his season's done now. That's crazy. But they've just kind of chugged along here in this tournament. So we'll see what happens.
Dude, Mateo, you couldn't be more right, dude. Honestly.